What is folklore? Folklore is an aspect of African culture. Well, what is African folklore? It is an aspect of African oral literature or African oral culture, usually passed down and handed, or you can say handed down from generations to generations. Ladies and gents, we are on to Vibes with Pet, and you're watching Vibes with Pet today with Aurelien Obian Mayong, taking us into the fact that African art, African symbols are not just oral literature or are just not an aspect of African folklore, and that they do represent more than we think. Nice to have you on Vibes with Pet, Aurelien.
Actually, I will correct something. Actually,
Okay.
Africa
Yes.
don't really have some folklore.
Right.
Really, Africa don't have folklore because all things in Africa is real.
Yeah.
Is real, and the way we are expressing that is just like some some pedagogy we use to
Yeah.
express some immaterial things.
Good.
So in Africa, we just say like just aspects of artifacts.
Yeah.
It's not just it's not just folklore, because just folklore is just like we can think that those dancing artifact materials is just folklore, but in really Africa,
In
we don't have
reality.
folklore.
Yes.
It's just like the way of expressing when the Occidental peoples came in Africa, it's just like this is folklore.
Yes.
But Africa don't have folklore.
Okay.
All thing in Africa is real.
It's
And
real.
it's
It's what is Africa.
Yeah, it's what is Africa.
It's an expression of Africanicity.
Yeah.
Good. Good. So you want to make it be like it's a part and parcel of Africa and not a story that should be told. Guys, so he's trying to say you should embrace it. It's you. It's your identity. It's not a story that is told from generation to generation, and it should live within us. Yeah? So can you tell us more? I know some African symbols like the mask. Is there anything else about the mask?
Actually, the mask is the symbol of the identity of a culture also.
Okay.
It's like one part of the material heritage of some population, of some ethnic group. The mask is also used to like passport.
Yeah.
Passport.
Yeah.
You can see just mask like this, but the mask is small. Yeah, it was like identity card.
Yes.
Like when want to go to another population, when you are traveling,
okay,
you're going to see another person's.
Okay.
Like, you just show the mask like this. It was small like this and colorful.
Yeah, it was very portable. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very portable. So it was like just like passport.
I never known that.
Yeah, it's like passport.
Did you ever know the mask was once used as a passport to be able to identify yourself in another community?
In another community.
Okay.
About the mask. And the other thing about the mask also is what we call idol.
An idol.
An idol. An idol is just it's not the material we see.
Yeah.
But the idol is the energy inside. The
material.
An idol is really like a totem also. Because it's all the energy of the community inside the thing. In Africa, we think that all things is vivant, all things is in life.
Everything is life.
Everything is alive. And like wood is alive also.
Okay.
So and the mask is usually made by wood, because wood just take substance from mineral things.
Yeah.
And to know again about the mask, I will show you some illustration.
Great.
This mask, we call it ngil. Okay. This mask is originated from the Fangbeti group. Ngil is the name of the mask. It's also the name of some initiatic society, a mystic society.
Okay.
And it's like the court. It's like a court. It's like a law.
Okay.
This is a law ethnic group. It's a law like mystical.
A lawful.
Group. Yeah, lawful mystical group. Okay. So when you do some bad thing in the community and the person hold this mask, that will punish you. Okay. And actually they are so straight.
All right.
And we don't play with them. If you kill in some community, the day after we will not see you alive.
Wow.
You will also be dead, because we don't kill. Okay. We don't put blood in our community. Right. So this is actually you can see that it's folklore, because they use this mask maybe with ritual ceremony. They are dancing with the mask, but it's not folklore because it's the expression of some immaterial reality, of some metaphysical reality, and this is for law.
Okay.
Is the ngil mask. So this mask is not just like for wearing, but it's also an initiatic mask for those who are wearing this. And those who are wearing it, you can never see their face.
Okay.
Never see Jeffrey. So this is one thing about African mask. If you just want to take the example of this mask, because we can say
we can illustrate a lot. Yes, that's just an example. Okay, guys, that's just one example of the aspects that I've learned a lot from that. All right. I used to wonder why people, because other societies and other countries do use masks, but more like something fun. Very colorful.
Just for folklore, just for dancing
and entertainment.
Like, and it's the Western culture. When Halloween they are using masks, but in Africa is something more, it's more real than what we can think.
Okay, so how about the African dressing? Is there any origin? Is there any story behind the particular choice of, like, we have the ndop material and all of those,
and
the raffia from the east and all of that?
And actually, I will tell you something again more about the ndop. You must know that this is the ndop.
Okay.
This is the ndop. See, the ndop have some motif, and it's like it's very geometric.
Yes.
It's very geometric. You must know that the ndop was used as a currency.
Okay.
Like a currency, like franc CFA. This is like, it's very separate, like this geometric, because it's like a bill.
Wow.
So you can use it. The ndop is also
awesome.
Also used like a currency. And about the ndop, because
the material, the fabric
is from teeth.
It's from the royalty. It's from royalty. Yes,
from royalty. And also the ndop have also a mystical part. Is the fact that the ndop can captivate the memory of the population. The memory. So for example, if some thief wear some tissue like this, and the father give it to his son, when his son will wear, he will embrace the power of his father and all the memory of his father also. So this about the ndop is also a mystical thing. It's not just about and it's beautiful.
It's actually beautiful.
The ndop is too beautiful.
Yes, it's beautiful. So, and that's why it's very expensive out there.
Actually, it's very expensive because it's expensive because of the tissue of the material of the fabric, of course, because all things is noble. It's precious. So it's not just like those dress you have in our market, in our modern market. This is precious. And it is why it's cheap, and it is why it's expensive. It's why it's
right. But I'm actually curious about the fabric, the one with the raffia outfit. Usually I alluded to masquerades. Those who dance masquerade. Is that from a particular community in Cameroon?
It's from a particular community in Cameroon.
Yes.
I wanted to show you an illustration.
Talking about this raffia. Yes. Good.
And actually, those who are using this, is from they originate from the forest.
Okay, they originate from the forest. Okay.
And about this also, when you have your environment, you have the nature. Actually, all things you put in, like on top you, must come from that nature.
Right.
And it is also the way of like showing the beautifulness of nature by dressing this.
The beauty of nature.
So if you want to talk about folklore, maybe we can put this as a folkloric thing. Because it's not so special.
Okay.
It's not this thing.
It's just making use of what is around your environment.
And also it's cultural.
It's cultural.
I don't like to use the word folklore. For me, it's so pejorative. It's cultural because Africa don't have folklore. It's culture. You have culture.
You have culture, right?
Immaterial part. You have immaterial heritage. You have material heritage.
Okay.
So this is the way of dressing. It's just the way of dressing, and it's from the east region of Cameroon, the central region of Cameroon, particularly for the person from the forest. Who are using this.
The forest people.
The forest people.
That's awesome.
That is all about.
And then earlier on, you talked to me about the calabash. The calabash, which has been used even from the region where I come from, the northwest region. It's used as a precious container to fetch water. And it's believed that if you drink the water that comes from a calabash is exceptionally fresh and healthy. Do you have something to say about that?
Actually, I have something to say about the calabash. In Cameroon, Africa, because the Fangbeti group is not just in Cameroon,
right?
Because it's also like in Guinea Equatorial, in Gabon. This is called vet.
Okay, this now is a musical instrument, made from two calabashes.
From calabash and from cords. Okay. From root. This root.
Okay, let's see that.
Talking about the vet, and when you the word in Africa, the word is polysemy. Okay. The word is the name of this thing, and it's also the name of the spiritual way of understanding this, because the vet is like also the Bible of the Fangbeti. Okay. Yeah, for those who are Christians, they use Bible. For those who are Muslim, they use Quran. Yeah. But us in Fangbeti group, this is our Bible. Right. Is the vet. That's a lot. It's oral tradition. I've never known that. It's oral tradition, because in Cameroon, for example, in Africa, we have oral tradition, and the vet is from oraliterature. We call it oraliterature, like oral literature is oraliterature. Yes. Yeah, oraliterature. And the vet is the Bible, as I said, of Fangbeti group. And something about the vet is like we gave God gave the vet to Oyono Adangon. Yes, Ferdinand Oyono. No. For Oyono Adangon is a mystical and the historical figure in our. It's like you can not even say that the person is real. It's not like Adam and Eve. You're not sure that it's real. It's just a mystical person, figure. It's a figure. It's a figure. Yeah, and the story tells that God put, like, he were in a coma. Yeah. He were in a coma, in initiatic coma. Yeah. Yeah. And when he was like sleeping, God told her, like, revealed just go and take calabash, do like this, do like this, do like that. And she started to. So you were saying that this was revealed to Oyono like Adangon in his sleep. Yeah, in initiatic coma. Okay. It's like an initiatic sleep. Yeah. And God gave to him to just like go and bring this to the Beti people. Yeah, to the Beti people, and he started to sing. It's oral literature and it's mystic. Okay. It's not just like it's not folklore. It's not folklore. I'm telling you that it's not guys, folklore. It's actually deep. Okay, this topic is actually deep. One off the camera, I'm gonna meet him someday and he's gonna tell me more about this particular vet. Yes. Yeah. So is that, and the music who is played, they will dance. People will dance, because music in Africa is with dance. Okay, the music that is played, people will dance to it. So, and I guess out of them, then more and more things, or more and more cultural aspects of the Beti people came up, right? Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Aurelien. I could sit here and let him tell me more and more. Guys, you can't believe how much I have learned from just listening to him right now. I didn't have an idea. Half of an idea about what he told me, and I hope you did learn. Guys, if you have more things to say about your own culture, about what you know about African culture, he carefully told me to call it African culture, not African folklore, because Africa doesn't have folklore. It's a way of life. I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me into this knowledge. And it's just 1% of all. Right, I know, because I've seen what you are able to do, and it's a lot. So guys, thank you, Aurelien, for honoring my invitation. It's my pleasure always to have you on Vibes with Pet. You're always welcome on Vibes with Pet. And thank you for promoting the show. Guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy your festival. And most importantly, stay tuned on Vibes with Pet.